friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be ranking all of the series that I've read this year in 2024. Now what's annoying about this is I only have 9, so I couldn't make it a list of 10, but I'm only including ones where I've read more than one book from that series this year. Doesn't matter if some of it is a reread, as long as there is 2 or more books, that is what I'm counting. Some of these series I haven't yet completed, so obviously this list over time could change, and again it depends on the day and just depends my mood and how I'm feeling. But as of right now, today of filming this is how I have ranked them. So coming in at number 9, this one's a little bit tenuous, but I've put the Hopeless series by Colleen Hoover because technically it is an intertwined series of Hopeless, Losing Hope, Finding Cinderella, All Your Perfects and Finding Perfect. They're all connected, so that's what I'm including. I read all of those this year. It just made the list because it was a series I've read, but it's at the bottom because it wasn't anything overly special to me. Then coming in at number 8, I have the Housemaid series by Freida McFadden. I read all 3 of those books this year. I really enjoyed The Housemaid. Didn't mind The Housemaid's Secret. I thought it was different enough, and then they lost me on the 3rd one. Like, I don't think it needed to be a series, so yeah. It's slightly better in my opinion than Hopeless series, but it's still down the bottom end of things. Then at number 7, I've put Better Than the Movies, purely because duologies count. And I did reread Better Than the Movies this year, just before reading Nothing Like the Movies. Now, you might be thinking, but Emma, you love Better Than the Movies. It's a 5-star, one of your favourite books. And that's true. But Nothing Like the Movies just didn't have that same impact for me. Like, don't get me wrong, there was some quotes that I loved and like underlined and all that. I just don't really know what it was, but it just didn't hit the same for me. Like, I don't really think it needed a sequel, so I'm on the fence because I loved the first one. I didn't mind the sequel, I just don't think it was needed, and it didn't hit in the same way for me personally. Next, coming in at number 6, I've put The Thursday Murder Club. At the time of filming this video, I've currently read the first 2 this year. I'm aiming to read at least the 3rd by the end of the year, if not all 4. I liked the first one, I just got a bit confused and overwhelmed with the amount of characters and the complication, like the complicated nature of the plot and the twists, in my personal opinion. But I did really enjoy it. And then the second one I loved. The second one made me laugh. It was just so much simpler and easier for me to follow, and yeah, I'm very excited to read the others, and I know that I will probably just love them more as the books go on and we get to know the characters more. So that one was a big hit for me. Now coming in at number 5, I have Divine Rivals trilogy. I debated on where to put this one because I loved Divine Rivals and I did enjoy Ruthless Vows, I think more than most people. I kind of liked all the more action-packed nature of it, I suppose. Like, it had a bit more like action sequence scenes in it than the first one, I find. And I wasn't too mad about it. It's just middle of the list for me because there are some that I preferred more, but I did love the romance and I loved these books, and I gave the first one 5 stars. Now in at number 4, I have the Maple Hills series. I'm including this because although I didn't read Icebreaker this year, I did read Wildfire and Daydream. Daydream was a 5-star read for me. That was on my top 10 books of the year. And I just love this series overall. Like, the found family is one of my favourite things in it, as well as the romances, because they're so well thought out and they are well structured and balanced. So yeah, this was just a great time basically. Now on to my top 3. So coming in at number 3, I've actually got the Caraval series. Again, at the time of filming this, I've currently read Caraval and Legendary. Oh, let me tell you, when I finished Caraval I realised that we didn't get to know who Legend was, and then I was reading Legendary and I was getting so scared that we weren't going to find out in that book either. Let me tell you, I was going to be fuming if I had to wait till finale, but no, it was revealed at the end of Legendary, thank God. I was so close to Googling it just to find out who Legend was, and then I thought, no, don't ruin it for myself. So, I read the first two. At the time of filming this, I currently haven't read Finale. I do own it, and I also own Spectacular, and I do plan to finish both of those by the end of the year. But at the current state of how things are, I've put it at number 3 on this list because the two that I have read, I really enjoyed. In at number 2, I have Powerless, because I read Powerless, Powerful and Reckless all this year. This series has my heart. Like, the Powerful novella, oh, that hit. That hurt, actually. And the ending of both books, criminal. Like, the cliffhanger we are left on, waiting for Fearless, I was not expecting that ending, let me tell you. I just have no words, basically. They are truly great, and I had a fantastic time reading them. And my number 1 on this list is probably no surprise if you've seen my top 10 reads of the year video. It is The Six of Crows duology. I'm sorry, but you have action, you have heists, you have romance, you have found family. Like, what more could you want? Like, there's literally everything, and it's perfect. So it is number 1 on my list for that reason. And argue with the wall, I mean, obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Obviously I would love to hear your guys' top 10 or your favourite series just in general that you read this year or that you've ever read. Leave it in the comments down below because I would love to know, and we can chat about all these things down in the comments. But yes, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you soon in another video.